Hello students. Students, in the previous class in this chapter, that is light, we were talking about the reflection of the light. What is there in the reflection of the light? So we have seen that in case of the reflection, we have understood the terms which is related to the reflection of a light, like that of the incident ray. Then we have seen that what do we understand by the reflected ray, and then we have seen that what is a normal angle of incidence, point of incidence, and angle of reflection. As well as we have seen the two laws of reflection, and that is the first law, it states that incident ray, reflected ray and the normal all lie on the same plane. The second laws of reflection, it explains that the angle of incidence is equals to angle of reflection. So these are the two laws of reflection that we have seen in case of the reflection of light. Now, not only this, students, beside that we had also seen that the reflection occur on the different surface, including the smooth surface or that of the rough surface. Smooth surface, students, what happen when the beam of a light fall on a smooth or a polished surface. So when when a beam of a light falls on a smooth surface, on a polished surface, then what happen? It will get reflected along the same path, means obviously in the other direction, but along the same path it will move. But in case of the diffused reflection, because of the rough surface, because of the uneven surface, or because of not a smooth or a polished surface, what happened? The light rays, they come, the beam of a light come parallel to each other, but after reflection they move to the all direction. And the reason is because the surface is uneven, so the light falls on a different surface. Here, whenever we are talking about the diffused reflection, students, actually diffused reflection is really important, because you see that the objects, the things which is present around us, it is actually consisting of the rough surface. It is actually having the dull surface or uneven surface, like wood is there, cardboard is there, or a wall is there, a door is there, window is there. These all are table, chair. So all of these things are there which is surrounded, which has surrounded us. And you will find that when the light ray fall on it, it gets reflected in all the direction, and it is because of the diffused reflection only we are able to see all the objects clearly from every. So it is the diffused reflection, student, which help us to see all the things from all the things which is present around us. Okay, it is not the regular reflection, remember that. It is because when the light gets scattered, then it will get scattered in all the direction, and from the light will get reflected from all the direction into our eyes, and due to which we are able to see anything from every side. Okay, so this is what, student, this is the regular reflection and that of the diffused reflection that we have studied. Now moving on, and we will see here that there are a lot of terms that we use, and in that there is a term that we called as object and image. What do we understand by object? What do we understand by image? When we talk about the object means what? It means anything which is the source of a light, through which the light came. That is the object. Okay, so we can write it here that anything which gives out light. Now here, if I will say that it is that particular source through which the light comes, then the definition will be not correct. We can say here that either the light which is coming from that object may have reflected, or get reflected, or it is receiving the light from somewhere else. So anything through which the light is coming, either through reflection or itself it is producing, that we call as the object. So anything which gives out light rays which gives out light rays, either its own or reflected by it, is called an object. Now the object can be anything, student, that is a bulb or an arrow, face or tree, etc. A lot more examples are there which we can say it's an object. You can take anything as an object. Object is what? Which either it produces, it gives out the light rays, and that light ray can be its own or it can be reflected by it. That is called as the object, student. Okay. Now the object is also can be of two types, and that is the point or very small object or an extended object. So object can be of two types. That is small object, which we call as the point object, or extended object. It can be a point object, student. It can be a small object or an extended object. So we can say here that is for the formation of that of a ray diagram, both of them is used. In ray diagram, both are used. So if we are making a ray diagram with the very point object, with the very small object, at that time we used to represent it, small object is represented by dot, a small dot, while the extended object is represented by an arrow. Okay, it is represented by extended object is represented by an arrow pointing towards upward, which is pointing towards upward. So basically there are two kind of an object are there, student, that is small object and an extended object. Small object is what? Which is represented by dot, and extended object is what? Which is represented by an arrow, and this arrow is pointing towards an upward direction. Okay, so this is the object. Now let us see that what do we understand by the term that is image. Okay, so image is what? It is an optical appearance which is formed due to the reflection of the light from that of the object. In physics, basically the formation of the image happen when a reflected ray, they meet or they appear to meet at a point. That is called as the image. Okay, so image is what? It is an optical appearance which happens, which is formed when the light ray get reflected from that of the object and enter into our eyes. then the formation of the image happens. And we can say here that actually what happened when the two light rays, they actually intersect each other or appears to meet at a point, then the formation of an image happens. So, image is we can write the definition of image, that image is an optical appearance. It is an optical appearance produced when light rays coming from an object, it is coming from an object, are reflected from a mirror, or it get reflected through that of the lens, doesn't matter. So I can tell you that it is what? It is produced when the light ray, it gets reflected from the object, from that of the mirror. So from the object, first of all, it will reaches to the mirror and it get reflected from the mirror, enter into our eyes. Then we are able to see the image of that particular object. So why we are able to see an object image in the mirror, student? Because the light which was already reflected by the object enter into that of the, it reaches to the mirror, get reflected back to the mirror and finally enter into our eyes. So this is how the formation of the image happens. This is the definition of the image here. Okay, now when we talk about the images are also classified into two, and that is a real image and virtual image. Real image and virtual image. Now let us try to understand that what do we understand by the real image or what is a virtual image. When we talk about the real image, students, let me write it here. What is a real and virtual image? So, when we talk about the real image, what happened in case of a real image? Here, after reflection, when in the formation of the image, when the rays actually intersect each other or when they actually meet at a point, the image formed as a real image. In a very simple language, we used to define real images what? It is that image which can be obtained on the screen, that is called as the real image. Okay, so we can write here the definition, that is the image can be obtained on the screen is called as a real image. That is called as the real image. Now, what is the example like the images that we used to see on cinema screen? Or camera also forms the real image. Here the definition says that it can be obtained on the screen, that is real image. So I will add here one thing, that what happened in case of the real image, that is this image is formed as the reflected ray, or we can say as the light rays actually passes through the screen, through the screen after reflection. After reflection. What happened during this, students? Actually, what happened when the two rays falls on that from the object reaches to the mirror and falls on the screen. At the screen, they actually intersect each other. They actually meet at the point, or they passes through that of the screen. That is why the image which is formed here, it is the real image. And it is because of that we used to say that the image which can be obtained easily on the screen is called as the real image. Why is this so? Because the light rays, they are passing after intersection, they are passing through that of the screen. This is because of that it is called as the real image. This is what, student? This is the real image. Now let us see that what is a virtual image. Okay, so I hope from the definition itself you can say that what is the virtual image? That is the image which cannot be obtained on a screen is called as the virtual image. Okay, before we go, let me tell you that who used to make that of the real image, which is the concave mirror and convex lens. It used to form the real images. We will going to discuss about that what kind of an image formed by the concave mirror and the convex lens later in the same chapter. Till that, moving on and try to understand that what do we understand by the virtual image. Okay, so we can say here that the image which cannot be obtained, which cannot be obtained on a screen is called virtual image. That is called as a virtual image. So the image which cannot be obtained on a screen is called as the virtual image. Now, example, students, when we look at the mirror. Very good example here. How? So you have seen that whenever we used to look at the mirror, so our image is formed on the mirror. Okay. And as you move aside, then what happened? No image is there on the mirror. So why is this so? Actually, it seems that the image is formed behind that of the mirror. But we know that behind the mirror, no image is formed. So on the basis of that, we can say that here, in case of the virtual image, there is actually on the screen no image is formed, but it appears that the image is formed here. And how this formation of the virtual image happens? So here, what happened that a virtual image is actually formed. It's what it is in a kind of an illusion, in which we see it seems that the light is actually interacting somewhere. It appears that light is intersecting each other at a point, but it only appears. It means it actually does not happen. In real, it does not happen. It is an illusion, and that is why the image which is formed, which appears to be formed somewhere, which actually we cannot obtain it on the screen, that is called as the virtual image. Okay, so we can write it here that a virtual image is formed when a light coming from an object only appears to meet at a point. Only appears to meet at a point. Only appears to meet at a point when produced backward. When we produce it backward. Okay. After reflection. It means there is no exact intersection happen, but it appears that they have meet so at certain point where at the backward side, and that is called as the virtual image. So in virtual image, the image actually do not form here. Now let us see where the virtual images form. So you will find in plane mirror, in concave mirror also, students, absolutely. Concave mirror form both the real or that of the virtual image, convex mirror and lens, concave lens. So these all used to make the virtual images. Plane mirror, you know that it forms the virtual and erect image. Okay, so we will now describe that how the formation of an image happens in that of the plane mirror. So we can write it here, that is formation of image in a plane mirror. So before we go further and try to understand the formation of an image happens in that of the plane mirror, I'll tell you that the plane mirror used to form the virtual image. We can take the point object or we can take an extended object that we have already discussed here. Okay, plane mirror is the mirror in which it appears that the image is actually interacting somewhere, but it does not happen. So for that we can take a condition, students, then I'll explain you about it. So suppose this is a plane mirror. Okay. And here a point object is there. Okay. So here a point object is there, which is O. Now what happened? One of the ray which is coming from that of the point object, it is here. Okay. And one of the light, we have taken the two light in order to make the ray diagram quite easy. It incident at this point. Okay, so the point at which is incident, suppose it is A and this is point B. So if suppose we will make, now after that what happened, it get reflected. And this one also get reflected. Suppose it gets reflected at this point. After this point, it gets reflected to this place. So here, if a source of a light is there, students, if a source of a light is here, students, then what happened? You can find here that this is what? This is the eye. Observer's eye is there. And observer's eye is there. And then what happened? So it is what? It is that of the normal if we have drawn at both of the side. So this is what? This is angle I, and this is what? This is angle R. Here also the same thing, angle I, and this is angle R. Okay, so what happens here actually? You see here, students. So what happens here, students? It is a ray which gets reflected, that if suppose it is X-ray and this is that of the Y-ray, and then they meet at a point that is I. This is the place there where the formation of the image happens, and the O is what? It is the object. Now let me tell you what happened here. This is the plane mirror. So what happened here, students? We have taken a point object, a very small object, and this small object, it is reflecting many light, but we have taken the 2 light here. So one of the light falls on the surface and get reflected. Now the angle which is made by this incident ray and the reflected ray, it will be what? With that of the normal, we have made a normal in between, a perpendicular normal is there, and this is what? Angle made by the incident ray and the normal, that is angle I, and this is angle R. Same thing we will make here. Now what happened? Our eye cannot see that, it is always seeing in the straight path. Okay, so our eye will be not able to see that the object is here. So it seems that the object is what? It is at this place. Okay, so we can say here, so suppose the object was here. Let me draw this again, students. So it will be like this. Okay, this will be I, which is an image. So you see here what happened here, that the eye, it can only see the straight one. Okay, so it will be not able to see the object, but when we stretch this reflected ray back, what happened? We have find that somewhere we think it appears, we assume, okay, that somewhere these 2 rays have intersect at a place, and where the formation of an image happens. Actually they do not intersect. It is a kind of an illusion. We think that somewhere the image is formed behind that of the mirror, and this is the case of that of the plane mirror, student. Okay, why I had made this image to be present? Because the distance between that of the object and that of the image from that of the mirror is same. Okay, so while drawing the diagram, remember that the image formed here, it should be of an equal distance, like the equal distance as the object is, the distance from that of the mirror to the object. It means the distance from the mirror to the image, the distance between from that of the mirror to the object, that should be equal. So we have understood here one thing, students, that after reflection, it seems that they have met at a point. So now by this you have understood that if a point object is there, how a plane mirror is formed here, students. Okay, you can give a different name to it, like if suppose this is a what is the plane mirror, so this is MN and dash, it is represented by I. Okay, this is an X and Y, obviously it is an I which is represented by E. So this is an image which is formed for that of the plane mirror. So I hope you have understood that the image which is formed here, it is what? It is a equal distance from that of the plane mirror. And if we discuss the image which is formed by the plane mirror for an extended object. So for an extended object, suppose this is the plane mirror, student. Okay. This is the plane mirror, and here we have taken an object which is at this place. This is what, this is A and this is B. What happened at first? The object, it moves perpendicular and again come back with the same, with that of the same path. The same thing with that of the A also will falls perpendicular and it comes back with the same path. Now another one will be there, students, and in which it gets strike on the surface and get reflected back. Here also the same thing happens. It strikes on the surface and get reflected back. Now this is what? This is angle I and this is angle R. The same thing here, we will make a normal here it will be angle I and this will be angle R. Now what happened when you stretch this? So first of all, it seems that the image will be like this. And now when you stretch it, then what happened? You will find that this image will be at this place and this image will be at, they meet at this point. So we can say here that the image which is formed here, student, it will be what? It will be A dash, B dash, which is what? Which is the image of the plane mirror. So as you can see here that the image formed, it is what? It is virtual as well as erect. Okay, so it seems that this extended object having the image that is a virtual that is formed behind to that of the mirror. So you can take any of that of the formation either by considering it as a point image or that of the extended image. You will get the same value. You will get the same kind of a image, that is a virtual image, students. Okay.